In the meantime, we gotta take in all this gorgeous scenery. Duke may be gone, but the feeling in your gut still lingers. Something terrible awaits you, something unavoidable. So what exactly is wrong in these woods still eludes you. So, we got a few options. I'm fully the mask off, so it's probably going to be the mystical one, but we'll read through to be sure. There's something wrong here. Book Smarts is chiming in with the nature out here is incredible. I'm used to only seeing pigeons and rats. It's breathtaking. It's hard to take it in, but with all the danger, being this far from civilization stresses me out. I've seen better. Not a fan of the bugs. I'm a little distracted from not wanting to be out here anymore. Quietly look into Stella's eyes. Remain silent. Look, I'll level with you. I'll keep it a book with you. Stella's great. Stella's awesome. Probably, well, no, not probably. She is going to be, I'm going to try and go down her romance route. But it's too soon for tenderly staring at people's eyes. Anyway, there's something wrong in the air. It feels oppressive. Dark. You don't happen to mean stinky, do you? Do you think you're smelling the skunk ape? No. No, something metaphorically oppressive and dark. Dang. I thought we might have stumbled across its trail. Oh, well. I wouldn't worry about it too much if I were you. My gut usually warns me if I'm going to run into trouble, and I feel A-okay. This is like the unstoppable force in the immovable object, because my spirit has never failed me. And right now it is like someone is about to fucking die. Your quiet moment with Stella is broken by a loud, percussive snort. Booksmart. It's a deer, and the noise means it's alerted the rest of its herd to danger. So you can be Booksmart and say, that's a deer, isn't it? Or you can say, oh no, the skunk ape has found us. Or you can say, it's Duke back with his shotgun, run! Death has come for me at last. Goodbye, cruel world. Remain silent. That's a deer, isn't it? Sure is. Let's check it out. As you and Stella hear the footfalls of animals retreating into the woods, she reaches for her flashlight. A single deer remains behind, staring down the beam of light while Gretchen whines and pulls at her harness. Oh dear, that's not good. And then it's gone. Jeez, Gretchen, calm down, you're gonna hurt yourself. She cannot handle deer. When she gets like this, I used to have to pick her up and hold her. She has a bad habit of slipping her harness when she wants to go after something. You're too much of a potato, and they don't make harnesses for potatoes, do they? So there's a Booksmart explore that I'll take, but I kind of want to try and stay on topic for the sense of flow, but I don't want to skip the Booksmart, so I'm going to save quickly. If not taking that locks me out, I'll reload. Why do you bring her with you? Gretchen doesn't seem like the safest choice for a hiking companion. I actually find her to be quite the opposite. Sure, she wants to chase stuff, but I usually let her when I'm not on one of my cryptid hunts, so I can't hold that against her. I'm just happy she's still so feisty even at her age. Pugs aren't exactly known for their good health, but here she is running around in the woods at 17. I feel like the fresh mountain air and exercise have helped a lot in that regard. You defy the laws of nature, don't you, Gretch? My god, she's perfect. Was that some sort of cyst or something on that deer? It looked bad. Yeah, I think you're right. I bet it was an abscess. Maybe a tumour. It's not like wild animals can get those taken care of, so it is getting bigger and bigger. Oh, poor thing, but there's not much we can do about it. Remain silent. You remain silent. Hey, are you hungry? Now seems like a great time to take a snack break. Oh, hell yeah. So as you settle down to rest, Stella brings open a box of assorted snacks. Okay. Trail mix extra M&Ms, snack bar, dried apricots, sesame seeds, sesame sticks. God fucking hell. Speak better, Jam. No thanks, I'm not really hungry. I'll remain silent. Where are the snack bars? I can't see them. I can't see what the snack bars... Oh, there they are. They're right at the front. They look good. I gotta take the snack bar. Excellent choice. I got a good source of energy and chocolate. Plus, I made them myself, and friendship is the best ingredient. Really compliments the cherries and cashews. Oh. I can't cook for shit. Hell yeah, this is a new graphic, I think. Oh, it was new with the update. I think I've seen it once before, because I did do a little bit of, like, playing post-update, but, yeah. And there's eyes in the forest, what the heck? You and Stella settle down on an overlook, snacks in hand as the quiet sounds of evening wildlife wash over you. Gretchen gnaws a stick, distracted for the time being. So, tell me what it's like in Portland. Do you have a house, an apartment? Do you have a family, roommates, pets? Tell me what it's like to be Jam. Oh, hell yeah. This is where we get to really sort of, like, lock in and pick our back, like, you know, our backstory. So, we got a few choices. Holy fuck. I live alone in a dingy studio apartment. I live in a closet in a house with 10 roommates. I live in a doorless basement that floods whenever it rains. I live in an apartment with a difficult roommate. I live in a 12 by 12 shed in someone's yard. I live in an internet cafe. I'd rather not say, or shrug and remain silent. I live in an apartment with a difficult roommate. I think we go for that. I live in an apartment with a difficult roommate. I didn't find this guy. An old roommate of mine had him move in, and they left and just stuck me with him. He's not the worst roommate I've ever had, so I can't complain too much. The biggest issue is his complete lack of respect for any boundaries. He sleeps on the couch in the common area most nights, always unclothed. He steals bites of my food, which he thinks he's being really sneaky about, but there's nothing sneaky about taking a huge bite out of a freshly made sandwich when there are only 2 of us living there, even if I'm in the other room when it happens. And he infringes on my privacy all the time too. If I close the door to my room, he'll just start screaming and sometimes attack the door until I open it, and then just walk away. It's like he's a complex about closed doors. Which of course also means he doesn't close the door when he's doing his business. Almost like he wants me to watch him. At least once a week, somehow misses and leaves these big pee puddles which I always wind up stepping in. It's gotten to the point where I think he's causing lasting damage to the house, and no matter what I say or do, it just doesn't get through to him. Anyway, sorry for the rant, but I could go on for hours about this guy. I mean, he's a cat, but yeah, but he's a particularly horrible cat. It's not like I can just give him away or anything, that'd be cruel. Wait, he's a cat? Like the animal? Yeah, his name is Truck. I'm terrified I won't get my security deposit back because of what he's done to the place. So, what do you do for a living? Alright, more choices. I build programmatic ads for a company no one's ever heard of. I sell arts and crafts on Etsy. I'm a first-year associate at a big law firm. I'm a streamer, I'm a student, I'm a teacher, I'm in the service industry. I'd rather not say or remain silent. What do we do? What do we do? I can't remember what I picked, so I'm willing to kind of, like, shift on that, you know? Fuck it, we'll switch it up a little bit. I sell arts and crafts on Etsy. I have an Etsy store where I sell assorted arts and crafts. Sometimes I'll do commissions, sometimes I'll just sort of find something on the street and fix it up with a quirky design. Like giving something a mustache or painting it to look like a bee. Oh, so you're an artist and you upcycle. Nice. Do I still like art or do I not like art anymore? Have I grown disillusioned from art? I'm burnt out. I'm burnt the fuck out. I never wanted to be this. I never wanted to make bees out of trash. It used to be nice. It used to be fun and relaxing, but now that it's a job, it's lost a part of its luster. Believe me, I can relate. I still love what I do and I wouldn't trade it for the world, but there's definitely a shift that happened once it stopped being just for fun and started to be something I had to do. I don't know if you're looking for advice, but something that helps me is going all in on treating it like a job. Setting real work hours and taking at least one day off a week and that sort of thing. You'd think it'd hurt your productivity, but for me, it just meant a day in the week I wasn't spending stressing myself out. Maybe I'll try that. I can't imagine you being stressed. Sounds fake, but okay. I literally don't have the time to take a day off every week. Maybe I'll try that. Do it! And if it doesn't work, at least you'll know. A crisp breeze passes over you. What about you? What's your story? Gretchen and I live in a little house just outside town. It's actually the house I grew up in, so it has a lot of pleasant memories attached to it, and I'm glad I could keep it in the family. My great-great-grandfather built that house, and he must have done a great job because it's just as sturdy as it's ever been. Do you live alone now? Yeah. The place used to belong to my parents, but they're not around anymore, and the hall is a small enough place that other folks don't need roommates. Oh jeez, I'm so sorry. Well, it's okay, you didn't know. And I've done my mourning. You don't have to watch your tongue around me or anything. Life goes on. What were they like? Did you get along? They were amazing. Two of the nicest people you'd ever met. Interesting too. My dad was a bit of a regional legend amongst hunters and trappers. He was always out in the woods on a trail or something, and we certainly had some interesting dinners because of him. He had to learn how to fend for himself, since his family didn't have much growing up. He always made sure I had food and that I knew how to get it if I ever found myself too far from a grocery store. I could make us a pretty good salad with just what's in this clearing if I had to. It wouldn't exactly taste great. My mum was the local vet, the lady all the farms in the county knew to call if their animals were in need of something. Even the smallest mouse would get the proper care in her hands. I'm sure she's most of the reason Gretchen here is one of the oldest dogs I've ever met. So, yeah, those are my parents. Yeah, sure, we'll do this one. I feel like, obviously I didn't go for this approach with our cousin, Tabitha. But Stella seems a bit more reticent to sort of, I don't know, being open, so yeah. My mum died pretty recently, so I get it. It's alright if you ever need to talk about these things. Oh, thanks, Jam. That's really sweet of you. How are you holding up? Ooh, more chances to build up some character. Okay. I'm okay hanging in there. Terribly, to be honest. I was glad to see it go. I don't feel much about it. I'd rather not talk about it or say nothing. Hum hum hum. I'm okay, hanging in there. It was a long time coming, so it wasn't a surprise. I'd kind of come to terms with it by the time it actually happened. It's not all bad. Shouldn't have to be in pain anymore. That's a relief. The hospital bills are another story, though. Can't even imagine how bad that must be. It's just salt in the wound at that point. Showtime. Whatever lurks behind the tree line is something best left unseen, but the events of this evening were already set in motion long before you stepped foot in Scarlet Hollow. There's no turning back now. Uh-oh. So, we keep it mystical, but, you know, Jesus Christ, skunk ape, more deer. Please tell me that was a raccoon. Say nothing. Like, Scoop, was that your stomach? No, there's something terrible out there, Stella. Something terrible out there, Stella. Whatever it is, it's close. Here, watch Gretchen for a moment while I check this out. You and Stella inch towards the tree line as she shines her flashlight into the woods. As you approach, a series of weak clucks calls out from a nearby bush. Maybe Duke's birds weren't him after all. Uh-oh! What the hell was that? Hold on, I gotta play that back. Holy shit. I'm guessing it must be maybe 2, 3 feet tall. It doesn't look hairy either, so I think we can rule out skunk ape. But whatever it is, it has one of Duke's chickens. It looks like it's heading north. Let's go after it. There's a few cool choices here. I don't think I was ever skeptical enough to be like, cryptids aren't supposed to be real. So I'm not going there. Right behind you. I was on board with this whole thing, but now that we found something. What have you gotten me into? Nah, I don't want to blame Stella. Do we have to? Or follow Stella? You know what? Yeah, I'm scared at this point. Do we have to? Now's not the time to hesitate. If we're catching this thing, we gotta go now. Stella sprints into the pursuit in the woods, leaving you no choice but to run after her, Gretchen excited to pulling you along by her leash. Oh shit. Ow! Are you okay? Yeah, I'm alright. I just tripped on something weird. Oh no, that poor thing. Could have been one of Duke's. Oh, Jesus, it's still alive? I guess we have to roll the camera. It seems we found one of Duke's chickens, folks, and she's not looking good. Hesitant to speculate, but she definitely seems to have some sort of growth under her skin. Could be a tumor, could be something else. Either way, I don't think there's much that could be done for her at this point. Jeez, I hope I don't get demonetized for this one. Wait, do you hear that? Stella, I swear to God, didn't I tell you to go on home? Birdie? Birdie? Oh no, what happened to you, sweetheart? Duke, we just found her like this. I think there's something seriously wrong with her. Jesus H. Christ. Okay, we've got a few exploration options here. Obviously stuff might cut off, especially because it feels like we're in a time-sensitive situation now. There's something really wrong with all of the animals we've seen tonight. No goddamn shit, it's like some kind of plague. It better not be contagious. Duke, we saw the thing that got a hold of her. Got it on camera too. I don't know what it is yet, a gnome or something? You know there ain't no such thing. Well, let's have a look at it. You stoop down to look at the chicken. Don't let Gretchen too close. She'll try and take a bite if you don't stop her. You hold Gretchen's leash close to her chest. She seems nervous, squirming slightly against her harness. Examine... Well, I mean, let's start with the obvious thing. Let's start with the growth. Good God. At first you thought it might have been a tumour, but this is something else. The skin is stretched taut, the growth pulsing beneath. She could still get better. Maybe she just needs that thing to pop and she'll be hard as rain in a couple days. Happened to me once and there's not so much as a scar these days. I don't know. It kind of looks like there's something in there. If you didn't know better, you'd say this could be some sort of parasitic growth. Like a wasp laying eggs inside a caterpillar. The wing. The wing is barely still attached, but that seems to be the least of this chicken's concerns. Whatever got a hold of her busted her wing up too, little bastard. Yeah, what a bastard. Its poor little chicken eyes look up at you, glazed over but still rolling around in their sockets with unfortunate life. Having investigated to your heart's content, you step back and give the bird space. That second one reads like Shaggy. Like, what are we supposed to do, man? I'm freaking the hell out right now. Duke, I don't think it's a mountain lion that's been getting at your chickens. Do you think we should put her down? Duke won't like that. This is just like that deer. What are we supposed to do now, or remain silent? Do you think she's become an egg? Like one of those things is gonna pop out of her? No. No, I refuse to entertain that notion. She ain't some kind of incubator. She just needs that thing drained, maybe some antibiotics, that's all. This is just like that deer. Deer? What deer? We ran into one earlier. It had growths just like Bertie. As you, Duke, and Stella take stock of the situation, a sound begins to wrap around you. Gently at first, barely a whisper. But then a guttural moan, and then another, and another, until suddenly you find yourself surrounded by a chorus of groaning misery. Remain silent. What's that sound? She starts filming again. Is that something in the woods? Come on, Bertie, let's get you home. As Duke scoops up the injured Bertie, the voices in the trees intensify. It's like you're all suddenly surrounded. The strange sounds coming closer, growing bolder. What in the hell is that? You feel a tightening in the leash, pulling at you from behind. Don't you step another foot closer, I'll shoot. Don't think I won't. The man hesitates and the thing steps forward, fixing what seems to be its eyes on Bertie, tucks on the Duke's arm. The leash is drawn fully taut, and then there's a sudden looseness. Gretchen starts making ungodly noises, screaming and howling along with the din around you. You and Stella turn just in time to see another of the creatures slithering out from the bush. Gretchen's whines and barks reaching a fevered pitch as another creature's malformed hands grasp at her. Oh my god! What's going on over there? As Duke glances back, everything seems to happen at once. A patter of unnatural feet and then chaos. Duke grapples with the thing as it grabs at his shotgun, pushing the barrel out of the way as it grasps for Bertie with oddly jointed limbs, while Stella stares in shocked silence as if paused, watching the other creature attempt to wrestle Gretchen into the darkness, her desperate cries going unheeded. Shit! Shit! Get your grubby little hands off my bird! And the leaves have turned red. This is a very, very bad choice we have to make now. Every episode has one choice like this. It's like a completely cruel choice that we have to make, with seemingly no correct answer. Apart from the fact that sometimes there is correct answers. There's going to be 7 episodes, and for each trait you pick, one of these choices can be overcome, like with a better outcome. So in this case, just as an example, if you select the strong trait, you have the strength and the speed needed to protect both of these sort of characters right now. You can protect Duke and Gretchen. Unfortunately, we are a weedy little library girl, which means we don't have such a luxury. We have to pick one or the other. Now, I'm not changing my choice here. I'm not changing my mind from the choice I originally made. I know that when you really boil it down, Duke is, a whole entire man. But like, I can't let anything happen to Gretchen. I hate to say it because it's going to endanger Duke, but Gretchen's adorable, and also I was entrusted with Gretchen's protection while Stella focused on filming. I have to pick Gretchen. Get the thing away from Gretchen. You dive for Gretchen, attempting to snatch her away from the thing's misshapen hands. You manage to grab her, but the creature isn't deterred. It rears back on its hind legs, its mouth opening, whispered tones sliding out alongside something sharp and unnatural. But then there's the deafening blast of Duke's shotgun and suddenly it's gone. Duke? Oh shit. Oh my god, what do we do? Okay, first thing first, I grab Gretchen. There. Step 1 is done. You see. Great. Okay. Step 2. Step 2. We take a moment here. We have a few choices. First of all, we can freak the fuck out. We can say, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit, what the fuck? We can say, let's take some deep breaths and collect ourselves. That's an underreaction. We call the cops, obviously. That's foolish. We go home and pretend this never happened. We go after those damn things. It's what he would want. Revenge. That's stupid. I'm not blaming Stella. I'm not blaming Stella. I'm going to remain silent out of shock. You say nothing. We owe it to Duke to get footage of those things, to show people what's out there. Come on, this way. Stella doesn't wait another moment. She holds Gretchen close and starts running. Alone in the dark woods, you have little choice but to follow her. Chase after the danger. There are more of them. A lot more of them. They leer at you from the trees, no longer hiding as they bellow their warnings out into the night. Stella films as she runs, narrating to an invisible audience. We're being pursued, I think, by these weird things. It seems like they're all riled up for what just happened. The 2 of you come to a stop at the edge of a clearing. Okay, we seem to have found a nest. Or a crop circle. A lot of animals. God, that smell! The air here is flavoured with a rot, pervasive stench rising up from the spiral of corpses that patterns the rock. Bertie has been placed among them, body laying still as the creature crouches protectively over her. Gretchen seems upset, shaking in Stella's arms and whimpering quietly. At the sound of the doctor's quiet, the creatures flow out of the woods and surround the clearing. Dead eyes pierce out from pale, doughy faces, watching the 2 of you and the small, terrified dog. Blubber incoherently to express your fear and desire. We need to leave. Yes, I think I have enough footage now. The 2 of you take a few steps back from the clearing, and turn and start running together back through the woods, driven by a deep animal instinct to get away from whatever those things are. They're everywhere. How many of these things are there? They reach out to you from between bushes and tree branches, grasping for anything they can get a hold of, their howls filling the night. We're almost there. You and Stella reach the main road, and the whispers fade back into the sounds of nature. It sounds like they've stopped following us. I should get reception now that we're back on the main road. Let me find my phone so I can call the sheriff. You feel a buzz in your pocket. 6 missed calls from Tabitha, and 13 text messages. You try and call Tabitha back, but it goes straight to voicemail. You text Tabitha back and let her know that you're okay. Your message sits unread. That's the top priority. Like, we have to make sure Tabitha knows we're okay. She seems concerned. Tabitha seems worried. It's pretty late, isn't it? Stella pulls out her phone and dials. Hello? Earl? It's Stella Richmond. I'm up on the mountain on the Agena Trail. Duke is dead, Earl. Shotgun. Nothing right in front of us. There's something in the woods. Okay. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think we're okay, but... Hurry. Jesus, Earl, who's gonna tell Bo? I guess now we wait. It takes a little while, but eventually a patrol car arrives at the scene. Out of it walk two officers, Sheriff Hugby, a friendly older man, and Deputy Franklin, a serious man wearing sunglasses despite it being the middle of night. See? Right there. Thing jumps out of the woods and then the shotgun goes off.
What in Sam Hill? What is that, some kind of Pillsbury doughboy?
Could have been a naked maniac. As the video reveals the creature's nest, Franklin ever so slightly lowers his sunglasses. Or a whole bunch of naked maniacs.
Heck, is that some sort of crop circle?
They killed Duke. Uh-huh. Now, we're gonna have to confiscate this camera, Miss Richmond, if you don't mind. This is evidence. But, okay. Let me just turn it off to save the battery. Here you go, Deputy Franklin. We appreciate your compliance with the law. We'll get a team out in the morning to retrieve the body, but for now, Sheriff Hugby and I...
Please, call me Earl.
Earl and I will escort you and... Who are you exactly? That's Jam. She came into town today for the funeral.
Jam, as in...
Remain silent. I am in a state of shock. You say nothing.
You'll have to pardon my surprise. We just didn't think you'd show.
We'll escort you back to town. If there's a naked maniac on the loose, it's best you don't walk back on your own. It wasn't a... Never mind. Why aren't you going out there tonight? There's a dead body in the woods. Those things out there could attack someone else.
Well, it ain't exactly like old Duke is going anywhere at this point. He'll still be out there in the morning.
We only have a skeleton crew at the moment.
Monday nights are Deputy Derrickson's bowling nights.
We'll be on alert for any more reports of naked maniacs, but retrieving Duke will just have to wait. Now, if you'll kindly step into the vehicle, we can return you safely to your home. Do we have to ride back with you? We can just walk. Those creatures left will be fine. I'm afraid I'm going to have to insist, for your own safety. Stella sighs. Okay, thank you.
You can ride up front with me, little lady. That is, if your mama permits.
Sure, you can hold Gretchen on the way back to town. The cops usher you and Stella into the back of their squad car.
You are just the cutest little thing, Miss Gretchen. Yes, you are.
Sheriff Hugby pats Gretchen on the head affectionately, but she remains wholly focused on Stella, a worried look stretched across her little pug face as Hugby scratches behind her ears. Stella stares out the window, oddly quiet. Hey, Stella, you good? She doesn't respond. I'll place a comforting hand on her shoulder. You reach out and rest your palm gently on her shoulder. She jumps shyly. You reach out and rest your palm gently on her shoulder. She jumps slightly at your Fuck! I am so good at this! You reach out and rest your palm gently on her shoulder. She jumps slightly at your touch, but you can feel some of her tension ease and hear her let out a self-soothing sigh. You sit quietly, watching the trees pass by in the light of the headlights. Every now and then, you think you see a pale, anguished face staring out at you, before it slips back into the darkness. Soon, the rumble of gravel beneath the tyres gives way to uneven pavement, and the car comes to a stop in front of a small cottage. You two stay out of trouble. We'll have this all sorted out in the morning. Just get a good night's sleep. And you, whatever your name was, remain silent. I don't talk to cops. Sure. You're in town for the funeral? Good. Don't you go leaving before then. I imagine we'll need to ask you a few questions about everything you've seen tonight. Stella, keep an eye on her for us. Make sure she doesn't get into any more trouble. Y'all have a good night now.
Bye-bye, Gretchy, and y'all have a lovely evening. If any bugaboos give you trouble, you know how to get in touch.
And here you are, back in town, away from the woods, with no one but Stella in sight. Holy shit. So we got a couple of exploration options here. It's basically one thing we can explore, but we can choose the tone in which we explore it. You can say, okay, Stella, why the hell would you ask if we could walk home? Or, I hope you don't mind me asking, but why on earth did you want to walk home? And then there's a few more conversation options down here, but I think we'll get to those. I hope you don't mind me asking, but why on earth did you want to walk home? That's a fair question. I've just had some bad experience because I don't know how to drive them, and I don't like getting into them unless it's literally a question of life or death. Which I guess tonight was. Sorry if I waited you out. How are you holding up? How am I holding up? I mean, not great, but I'm more worried about you. I can't believe they just implied that you're a suspect, even after we showed them all of that footage. Even after we found that nest. It's okay. I'm not gonna let anything bad happen to you. I was there. I filmed the whole thing. At the very least, they'll never hold up in court. And it won't get to that point either, because we're going to do a little investigating of our own. We've got to find out more about these things. If we can get clearer footage, or better yet, trap one of them, there's no way they can blame you for what happened. The library don't open for a while, but read every book on cryptids they have and never come across anything like this. There is someone in town who might have some useful information. My friend's mom. Her place isn't that far. We should head over there now before it gets any later. I should probably check in on Tabitha. My friend's place is on the way back, and stopping by shouldn't take long. You sure don't want to stop in first? I know I wouldn't want to head up that mountain road by myself after everything that's happened tonight. Well, when you put it like that, sure, let's do it. Awesome, let's go. So yeah, there was a choice there, evidently, to not do this, but I want to do this. I hope she's still awake. Jam. Jesus. Oh cool, it's the Tumblr sexy man. I'm not joking. A lot of people are attracted to this person. Look, I'm not one to judge, but I think he kind of looks like he smells like a corpse. You and Stella turned to see a shadowy figure staring at you from across the road. You didn't hear it approach. Welcome home. You're finally where you're meant to be. Before you can respond, the door behind you swings open. An older woman stands in the entryway. Go home, Wayne. I can't help you tonight. You look back and the figure is already gone, disappeared into the shadows of the night. I'm sorry about that, Stella. Some people just can't be helped. What brings you out here so late? And who is this? Hi, Miss Forsyth. This is Jam. Is it okay if we come in? You and Miss Forsyth briefly lock eyes. She's impenetrable, and you feel small and almost naked in her presence. There is something about her that's far beyond you, but you feel no threat, no malice. And then the moment passes, and you see only the woman before you. Of course. You're in luck. I just put on water for hibiscus tea. And for goodness sake, you can call me Sybil. You're an adult now, after all. Welcome to my little nook. It's nice to finally meet you, Jam. I'm so sorry to hear about your mother. Vivian was such a lovely soul, and she's been sorely missed in the Hollow. And now poor Pearl Ann is gone as well. Do let me know if there's anything you need while you're in town. You knew my mum?
Of course, dear. She was a good friend of mine for many years. She was such a lovely woman. You should come by sometime. I can delight you with unsavory tales of her youth.
How did you know that she died?
Oh, Caroline was a chatty woman. Not much went on that I wouldn't get an earful of, bless her heart.
Who was that outside?
Just a very sick man. You don't need to be worried about him.
Remain silent. Sybil reaches over and pats your hand delicately. Hers feels like soft parchment paper. Dry, but soothing.
Now, what's got you here so late, you two? You seem troubled.
You know about weird stuff, right? Unexplainable stuff.
Go on.
Duke was killed tonight by something in the woods.
Oh, my lord. You contacted the police?
Yes, and they didn't take it very seriously. They're not even looking for the body until tomorrow. Things out there, I don't even know how to describe them. Here, I can show you. Stella pulls a memory card out from her sleeve and pops it into her phone. I wasn't about to let the police hold on to this. At least not before we had a chance to make a copy. Smooth. The cops wouldn't know what to do with that footage anyway. Imagine if they accidentally erased it. Exactly. I'll give it to them if they ask again, but for now we can examine the footage for ourselves. Where was this? Up the mountain to the northwest? Within the town limits? Yes? I see. Is there a way to make the video bigger and louder if you can? I'd need to plug the memory card into a computer. I could go back and get mine.
No need. Kanika should still be awake. She can lend us hers. You better come with Stella. I'm sure she'll be more willing to help her friend than her nosy mother. Kanika, come on out. We could use a little help.
What, Mum? Oh, hey, Stella. And Gretchen, here's a good potato. And a stranger. What are you doing in my house? Okay, so there's a few choices there. Hi, I'm Jam. I was helping Stella with a video and something terrible happened. I just watched a man die. I'm not in the mood to introduce myself. None of your business. It is her business. We're in her house. Or remain silent. Hi, I'm Jam. Tabitha's cousin. Oh, great.
Sweetie, we were just wondering if you could borrow your laptop. Stella and her friend have a video to show us.
It's really important, Kanika. Okay. My room's a mess. I'll just bring it out there. Heads up, Kanika. This is graphic. Duke got killed out in the woods tonight. It's on the recording. Wait, are you serious? Duke's dead? Silence washes over the room as the video plays. Stella, what the hell is this? I'm sorry either of you have to see this, but Jam and I have no idea how to make heads or tails of it. Stella, are you okay? I'm fine, really, I'm okay. Remain silent, that's not my business. Oh, Duke. Oh, Beau. Has anyone told him yet? We talked to the police. I hope they told Beau, but Earl and Deputy Franklin didn't seem to be in much of a hurry to do anything. I'll call him later tonight. But for now, we have something far more serious to discuss. You can say I didn't like Duke anyways if you just don't want to have friends. Whatever happened in those woods? We weren't supposed to see any of that. You're not wrong. My grandmother used to talk about pale creatures called ditchlings. She always said they were a terrible omen, a sign of suffering to come. Mum, come on. Whatever's doing this is serious. Stop scaring Stella and Jam with this Tailipo crap. Kanika, sweetie, let your mother talk. She always said that they never hurt people, despite that grisly scene in the woods. But Duke is dead. Then if these are ditchlings, his death was an accident. Or my grandmother was wrong, and she was very rarely wrong. Just as birds flock before a storm, the ditchlings congregate where tragedy is soon to fall. To see so many in one place. Sybil holds her silence. Jesus, Mum. Haven't they been through enough already? It's okay, Kanika. This is helpful. I don't know if it is. Okay, let's focus on what we know. Whatever they are, they're doing something to these animals. You saw that nest. What are those growths? Oh shit! The rare double trait check! This is extremely fucking rare. I've only ever seen this once. But sometimes, both of your traits can combine to create a super answer. Obviously, the ditchlings were not here for Duke. It must be part of their life cycle. Maybe they feed on negative energy. It must be part of their life cycle. Kanika has a point. Calling this magic is easy out. Maybe they're making more of themselves. Whatever it is, it's not good, obviously. It must be part of their life cycle. I looked at that chicken up close and it looked like some sort of parasitic growth. If these ditchlings congregate around doomed people and places, maybe it's like the negative energy is part of that life cycle too? Like, negativity feeds the embryos as well as flesh? Well, that's one theory. Yeah, that's funny. I'm full mask off, and like, just because I've not had a chance to put the mask back on, and this is Kanika and Sybil's first exposure to us. It's funny, that's great. Oh dear, I'd forgotten entirely about the tea I'd put on. Let me fix you up a couple cups, it'll help soothe your nerves. I don't know, it's getting late and I should let Jam get some rest. I ran a ragged today with all the hiking and running through the woods in Tara. So we can say I can keep going, I'm still wired. I'm ready to pass out, it was nice meeting you though. I can stay up, this is important. I just want to go home. I'm just gonna, I'm ready to pass out. Yeah, I'm about ready to pass out. Thanks for the help, Sybil. And it was nice to meet you, Kanika. Sorry it had to be under such weird circumstances. Hopefully the next time we meet will be a little less terrifying. We should all hang out this week, Kanika. Maybe we could even get Reese to chill with us. I could really use it, but for now, thank you both so much for everything. Let me get you some of my house-made peppermint tea to go. It really does wonders to soothe the soul. Bye, Stella. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? And call me if you need to talk. Thanks, Kanika. I'll see you. Bye, Jam. It's excellent iced or warm, though if the night's getting chillier, warm will probably be best. Helps wake up the bones. Be careful out there, both of you. Sybil turns and closes the door behind her. Alrighty, let's call it a night. Mind walking me home? And here we are. Well, you're welcome to stay tonight if you want. Yeah, I'm gonna drop a different mask now, and that's the mask where I reveal that I'm fucking terrified, I think. Despite the fact that obviously I'm concerned about Tabitha being worried about us, but it's like, thanks. I'm terrified of being alone tonight. Yeah, no kidding. Can't say I was looking forward to it myself. It doesn't take long for Stella to fix up the guest room for you. While it's certainly smaller than its counterpart at the estate, it's far better cared for. Make yourself at home. So, we got some exploration to do. You know you didn't have to do all this, right? You don't have to worry about that. I'm glad the guest room is finally getting some use. What do you make of all this? Gosh,
I don't even know where to begin. Those creatures are out there and Duke is dead. I know that some of the things Sybil said were a little wild, but if she is right and they are an omen, maybe we can change things and stop whatever's brought them here before it happens. It couldn't hurt to poke around town. I have the time. Agreed. Who was that guy outside of Sybil's? I feel like I could barely breathe until he left. Wayne? Oh, I haven't really gotten to know the guy. I think he works in the mines. Might be worth looking into him. I should probably try calling Tabitha. Right, she'd probably like to know you're not dead. Get some rest, Sherma. I'll see you in the morning. You pull out your phone and call your cousin. It rings for a moment before she picks up. Where the hell have you been? Called you back as soon as I had reception. Did you? I didn't notice. Do you know anyone named Wayne? I employ over 100 people. I'm sure I know a Wayne. So, how do we handle this? I think we want to kind of play up that everything's fine to Tabitha because Tabitha scares us. I ain't going mask off with Tabitha yet. Sorry, I met this girl in town and we wound up really hitting it off. We went on this night hike to find cryptids. Oh, so you met Stella then? This explains everything and she's got you all worked up. I'm going to bed. I'll collect you tomorrow. From the comfort of Stella's guest bed, the events of the past evening seemed like something that happened to someone else. How did she know we were staying at Stella? Whatever. Though you can still clearly picture the terror you felt in those moments, for now you're safe and warm. Eventually, the sun will rise and chase away the monsters and make them seem like nothing but bad dreams. Maybe tomorrow, if you're lucky, you'll wake up in the normal world and have a relaxing week in the mountains with a new friend. It's a nice thought, but deep down you can't help but worry that things will only get worse. From behind closed doors you can faintly hear the sound of quiet sobs. Scarlet Hollow. Oh, I fucking love this game! Really, really fucking good game. And there's a lot still to be discovered in episode 1. Like I say, If you do different runs with different traits, you're going to see all sorts of extra stuff. Know all sorts of extra things that will probably impact the choices that you make. It's amazing. It's really, really, really fucking cool. I would love to just keep going right now, but my throat is demanding I stop. It's a lot of reading. So I'll have to do episode 2 another time. Probably soon. But I also am very, very excited because, oh god, some of the choices in episode 2, I think I might be naughty and change one of them. But there's another choice that can be made, quite a subtle one. I believe in episode 2. And I am going to keep that one the same, even though I know full well that it's going to screw me over down the line. And I'm not even going to say what that choice is when it happens. I'm not even going to allude to it slightly. I'm just going to go ahead like normal. But it really is true that every choice you make in this game can matter. So, we'll be back with episode 2 soon. A little closer to the release of episode 5. And until then, keep your eyes peeled, Stellars.